Hey everybody, this is Butch Grimes, and it is a wonderful Saturday night, and I decided to do something different. I decided instead of cooking, a meal, I had a sweet tooth. So I decided to make apple turnovers. I know you're probably saying, what? Apple turnovers? I love apple turnovers. I just don't make them that much. So let me show you what we're working with first. We're going to start out with some brown sugar and some cornstarch, and we're going to use some honey, some nutmeg, some cinnamon, some lemon, some butter, some water, and of course, ta-da! Apples. And we're gonna add a little twist to it. We're gonna put a little rum. So that's gonna give it a little extra flavor. It's gonna be something different. I think you guys will really like it. Okay, so we're gonna start out right here. And we want that to be on about medium heat. We're gonna add our lemon. And that's about 4 tablespoons of lemon. We're gonna add about 3 tablespoons of water. I've already taken these apples and I've already put them in warm water because we didn't want them to turn brown. So I'm gonna put those in here. We don't want these to fry, but what we want these apples to use their own water and kind of cook down. That's why we're gonna cook them slow. We're not gonna cook them real fast. And then we're gonna start adding the other ingredients as these cook down. So I'm gonna put the top on it, let it do its thing, and guess what we can do? We can get back, relax, have a little something to sip. Ginger ale, y'all. I know you're thinking something totally different, but ginger ale. I hope everybody's safe. I hope everybody's doing fine. Of course, this is crazy time. So for me, cooking is my thing. It's something I enjoy. I love doing it. And I love being able to share it with you guys because I feel like you're right here with me. So this is great. So we're gonna just let this cook. Let this cook down, let these apples do their thing, and then we're gonna come right back and we'll be ready to roll. So, now, what are we gonna do next? The apples are starting to cook down. They're looking really good. Yep, they're getting soft. So we're gonna start adding in all these other ingredients because then we're gonna just let them simmer. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I have 2 cups of brown sugar, vanilla extract, about 2 tablespoons, cinnamon, ground cinnamon, 4 tablespoons of butter. Oh yes, that's what's gonna give you that extra kick, yes. We're gonna take and add a 1/2 cup of rum. I think the potency is okay. Let me just check to make sure. That's gonna be all right. That's gonna be perfect for the apples. Move some things around. Oh boy. Butter is melting and the apples are starting to cook down. Things are looking really good. And we're gonna add one more little piece to it. This is a real quick dish. We're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of honey. Especially with my grandmother teaching me how to cook, and she was a Southern woman. They just didn't cook with a lot of measuring cups. I mean, Boy, that base is already starting to taste good. They just knew exactly what to do. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this cook for about 20 minutes and let it simmer. I turn the fire down low. Turn the fire down low. Apples come close. Oh, one more thing. Cornstarch. Let me stir that in. So that's going to help thicken it up some. This looking really good. And those apples are really starting to get nice and soft. And we want them soft. We don't want, I don't know. Some of you may want big whole apples. I don't. I like my apples kind of smashed up. And I like it like an apple sauce. I want to be able to put them in my shells that I'm going to make. And when I fold them in, I don't want it to just be runny, but I also don't want it to be big, chunky apples. I want the apples to be soft, tender, so when they get in there, things will be perfect. You can see I wash my hands a lot. So much, especially since we've been going through this pandemic. I mean, I'm washing my hands, seems like every 5 minutes. But it's okay, because I'm trying to protect you and me. So we're gonna go in and let this cook down, and then we're gonna come back, and we're gonna be ready to move to our next piece of getting these apple turnovers ready. Stay with me. So things are looking well. The apples are really cooking well. Matter of fact, if you want to come over, let me take you and let you check it out and see what you think. So as you can see, everything is starting to look real tender. The apples are cooking down, they're getting soft. So we're gonna start smashing them, and we're gonna, our liquid with all of our season, our sugar and our brown sugar and all that is perfect. Some of you, I don't know if you remember back in the day when you were young and your grandmother cooked apple turnovers, they used one or two things. If they didn't want to make the shell, or they didn't want to make it from scratch, so what did they use? You'd probably be surprised. They use tortillas as one. Or, what we're gonna use, they use biscuits. That's what we're gonna use tonight. We're gonna use biscuits. So we're gonna use biscuits, and that's how we're gonna make our shells for the apple turnovers. And it's gonna turn out real well. I'm excited. I got a taste for it. Whew. Man, and these are rum apple turnovers. These aren't just that normal stuff. This is rum apple turnovers. So you're gonna enjoy this. And this is a great, quick dish for you bachelors. If you wanna woo that woman in a few minutes, when you plate one of these apple turnovers, you may have to kick her out. She might be there all night. All right. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so now, apples are done. As you can see, let me let you take a peek. Look at that. There's the apples. Now what we're gonna do now is we're gonna smash these babies up. We're gonna just smash them up. So now these are ready. Perfect consistency. One of our clean spoons. Look at that. Oh, wow. That came out great. We're ready now for our shells. Now we're ready for the next phase of what we were gonna do with our shells. We're gonna actually we're gonna cheat a little tonight. As I mentioned earlier, instead of us bringing, fresh dough in, making it flour, the whole shop, we could. I can do that. But we're gonna use biscuits. So come on over here, I'll show you. So basically, I'm gonna take a biscuit, use some flour, there on your rolling pin. I like mine a little thin, so I don't like them real thick. So this is perfect. See? That's gonna be the filling that's gonna go right in there. And we're gonna be ready to rock and roll. So this one's ready to go. So I'm gonna take you from beginning to end with this one, so at least you can see what we're gonna do. We got our one ready to go. What I'm gonna do next is we're gonna take this. Now this is our biscuit that we just rolled out. Okay? It's ready to go. We're gonna now take our apples. We're gonna put it right in the middle. Just like that. See? Then we're gonna fold that over. Like so. And we're gonna start pressing down on the ends, because we want to smash that baby right up. See that? And that's what you want to end up with, just like that. Now, if you recall, you would always see those little marks. We smash those ends with our fork. So they can come together. Now you get a good look. We got a frying pan with some grease. We're gonna now take this out. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that, came out great. And we're gonna put that, oh yeah, right inside our pan. And we're gonna let that fry for a few minutes, and then we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna get both sides nice and brown. And guess what then? We'll be ready to eat. So, I'm making this one just for you guys, because I know you've been waiting around and I wanted to make sure we didn't take too much time. And I put the fire on medium low because I don't want these to burn. See, there's a reason sometimes for making one before the other. Now I'm gonna go on and bust myself out just because I wasn't paying attention. And this is how they come out. It's still good though. I started doing something else and I didn't pay attention. And I cooked my test. I always do a tester, because that tester is important, just to make sure that, it's what you want. But I'm gonna show it to you because I have no problem with it. This is what happened. See that? That's my tester. We're not gonna do that in this one. Oh boy. This one looks really good. Matter of fact, if you want to see it up close, I'll give you a quick shot. You want to have the skillet about medium, you don't want to have it too hot, because if you have it too hot and you're not paying attention and you're doing something else like I was, this is what you end up with. But they're still good. Not only that, most cooking shows always show you that perfect finished product. They don't show it to you when they kind of screw it up, or when they're not paying attention like I was. Because of that, I want to be transparent and let you guys know we screw up too. This is coming out perfect. The shell looks great. I'm getting ready to plate it for you so you guys can see it. So there it goes. Hot apple turnover. Look at that baby. Cooked perfectly. Just right. Just what I was talking about. It's full of apples. Got that rum apple sauce in it. And then what you do with this is when you serve it hot, you then turn around and you put a little of that wonderful applesauce that I just made right on top. And now we can, ooh, look at that. Look at that. Ooh, delicious. Smells good too. So, if you want something quick, this is a great quick recipe by apple turnovers. Woo. What can I say? You gotta love it. The Cooking Bachelor, Butcher's Apple Turnovers. Until next time, be safe, stay in, and try something different. Cook something. And we'll see you next time. All right, bye-bye now.